Alright, hey guys, welcome back to the video, and today we're going to be doing the best games under $5 in the winter sale. These are going to be games from $1 to $5. If you want to see the best games for $1 and below, check out the video link down below in the description, okay? And I'm also going to make a video called Top 10 Games from $5 to 10 or under $10, right? So you kind of get the idea, right? So we're going to be going over games that are... they max out at 5, but they start at 1, if that kind of makes sense, right? So there are no order whatsoever. Also, these are games that I've picked that I think are worth the money in terms of replayability, you know, how much you can play it. There is a wide variety in the games I've chose in terms of genres. I'm going to explain the genres. I'm going to explain what the game is kind of about and kind of the reason why it's here. Now, mind you, there are a lot of games that are under $5 right now. This is just to give you an idea. But there are actually a lot more games I would include. I could even make a top 30 list if I wanted to, but I wanted to keep it nice and concise, top 10, and also give you a little wide variety, and also games you might not always see in these top 10 lists. You know what I mean? So some indie games, some games that, you know what I mean, you might have heard of, but you might not have actually played. But yeah, let's start it off. So first, a title that everybody really knows about, Dishonored. So as you can see, we have Dishonored 2, and but that goes over our little limits. So Dishonored, it's only $2.50. This game is incredible. I like the story. I like the concepts. I like the spells that you can use. As you can see, the reviews are crazy, crazy good. It's just overall good. I think it's an overall good game. Good physics. Just it gives you variety on how you want to play it. You know what I mean? You have choices that you can make on how evil you want to be, and it does impact the game actually. So very good game. I think it is worth it to be on this list. And it went from 10 to 2.5. Really good. Next, The Forest. The Forest. So this is a game that another one is coming out soon-ish. It came out in 2018. Again, very good reviews. It's a game where it's like one of those survival. It's one of the, I want to say one of the first, but it's one of the ones that kind of innovated on like the survival kind of series. If I'm not mistaken, it is generated. Is it a little bit randomly generated, or is it still a native map? Regardless, you land from a jet into this wilderness, and you need to uncover some secrets. It starts off as just like you see some, you know what I mean, some tribes, then you see some zombies, then if you kind of go deeper and deeper, it gets kind of crazy. I'm not going to ruin anything, but it's very good. You can do it with your friends. You play with your friends. Very good. Good replayability. Yeah, definitely deserves to be on this list in my opinion. Next we have is AoE 2. I don't know if I was going to catch it like that. It did not. Okay. Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. This one right here. This right here, in my opinion, is one of the best strategy / RTS games out. Literally. It is insanely balanced. What you do, by the way, if you've never played this game before, I have a lot of gameplay on my channel. You start off with a small amount of villagers in a town center, and then you can build up into pretty much a huge town. Obviously, there's fish and shit, everything you can imagine. During kind of like the medieval time, like there's the Dark Ages, the Imperial Age, and there's so many different civilizations, so many different types of units, and you build. You can obviously interact friendly with people. You can fight people. You can have wars. There's a huge multiplayer scene. It's insanely competitive. There's a esports scene. It's popping. There's always updates, and it's super balanced. There's I don't know how many. There has to be like 20, 30 different civilizations that you can choose from. But then, you know, they're all balanced in ways. They all have different things, but they're all balanced. It's just such a good RTS in my opinion. Barely any lag. It's fantastic. As you can see, the hours is crazy. But yeah, Very good. Only $5 right now. Usually, what's it called? 20. Very good. If you want to get into an RTS that that's gonna stick and be there over time, this is the way. This is the way to go. Next we have is a classic. If you've not played it, play it. Because what are you doing? Fallout New Vegas. Where's the? I want the Ultimate Edition. All right, let me click on this. Here we go. Where is it? Ultimate Edition, $4.99. Used to be $20. I think this is one of the best games ever made. I'll keep it. Let's keep it a stack. In terms of an RPG, a true RPG, I think it provides exactly what you need. Yes, there's glitches. Yes, there's bugs. Yes, there's crashes. But the stories, the experience, just there's nothing like it. No one's been able to replicate this. Not even the guys at Fallout. You know what I mean? They tried with Fallout 4, not even close. They tried with Fallout 76. It just nothing hits like Fallout New Vegas in my opinion. I don't even have Fallout 3 on this list. I'll be honest with you. Fallout New Vegas, it's a classic. You got to try it. And obviously, don't even have to say anything. A lot of these games that I do mention, that I've already mentioned as well, there's a lot of mods. A lot. Because they're classics, so they stand the test of time, therefore they have a lot of mods now. Next is Vampire Survivors. Now, this one isn't a huge discount. It's literally $1 off, right? Because it used to be $5. But this game, and it looks kind of old, right? But it gives you that arcade style of like fast-paced gameplay, but you can still level stuff up. You can still try new things. And there's this random element to it. I love little games that have random elements to it because it gives you so much replayability. That's one of the reasons why, for example, PUBG was successful, Fortnite is successful. Is that random element every single game? There's so much replayability. It's a beautiful game. Try it out. It's very arcade-ish, but if you did like arcade games, this will bring a spark to your heart pretty much. Look at the reviews. Insane. They have awards. Very great game. Even though it's only a small discount, it's still so worth it. Very good game. Next we have is Darkest Dungeons. Ooh. This is a hardcore game, in my opinion. It's one of those games where you take turns and you fight like hill attack, like shield attack. Then the enemy's gonna attack. Then your guy's gonna attack. Then the enemy's gonna attack. But it has so much. How can I explain it? There's so much to learn from it, in my opinion. Like there's so much to learn, and it's very unforgiving. It's very unforgiving. Like if you make a mistake, you made the mistake. There's no going back. There's no it's very hardcore version of like this dungeon. You go farther into the dungeon, you get gear, you try to survive. You know what I mean? It's very good. It's very good. If you want to dive in to a game that sounds exactly like I just explained, right? There's nothing like it. It's been out for pretty sure a couple of years, and it's just it's one of the best of its kind of game. If that kind of makes sense. Next we have is Doom. This one, the $4.99 version. Doom Eternal is also good, but I'm pretty sure I have Doom Eternal in my under 10. But very good game. Like you can see, overwhelmingly positive. It's just one of those games where you can sit down. It's one of those shoot 'em ups. Doom's a classic. You know what I'm saying? And when they remade it's like this 3D version, they did it so much justice. Like it runs so smoothly. It's just you gotta try it. You gotta just try it. It's just a good video game, if that kind of makes sense. It is the epitome of just like, here's a good video game. Boom. I know there's controversy, but in terms of just the gameplay, there it is. Next, Outlast. If you're looking for horror, if you're looking for something that just, and if you've never actually played it before, one of the best horror games I think we've gotten, since the inception of gaming. I think so. I think it's one of the best. Like they really perfected, being scared while playing a video game. Yeah, it's very good. I think for the price, it's definitely worth it. $2.99. Yeah, crazy. 85% off. If you've never experienced something like it, it's so good. Like it will really have you like scared. Next we have is Warband. Here it is, Mount Blade Warband. So obviously I play a lot of Bannerlore, but you can't deny classic. Warband, again, a very classic game. It's a sandbox. You can make your own adventure as a medieval, lord, and do as you wish, pretty much. You know what I mean? You can, do all the medieval stuff you can do. Mainly battles, wars, taking over. There's a lot of mods, huge modding community. And you can really transform the game into a lot of different things. It's definitely worth it. $4.99 instead of $20. Yeah, it's a classic. You know what I mean? It's a classic. Best I can say it. And lastly, we have 60 seconds. Reatomized right over here. Very good game. Okay, so how can I explain it? So you are pretty much given 60 seconds in the beginning of the game to run around and pick stuff up and pick people up of your family and throw them into a bunker. Now, once those 60 seconds are up, it's literally 60 seconds, by the way. Once those 60 seconds are up, you are left in the bunker, and you have to make decisions every day, kind of like just through using this. Like, there's no actual gameplay after the 60 seconds. Well, not gameplay. How can I explain it? Like this gameplay right here, where you're like actually running around 3D wise. This is only for the beginning. After that, it becomes kind of like the survival. How can I explain it? If you've ever played, if you ever played like those Wild West games where you try to go on the Oregon Trail and you have to make like decisions like, okay, what should we do? Should we use this item to take care of this problem? Or hey, we need to eat. Should we feed the people or should we not feed the people? And each decision you make kind of gives you a different, you know what I mean? Different ending and also kind of like a different thing right now. And you can lose doing various things. And it's like the best. It's like you make choices to progress the story. You know what I mean? And based on the choices, different stuff can happen. And I think it's very good in terms of those type of games. This is a very, very good game in terms of decision making and seeing what your decisions can lead to. And there's a lot of different random factors, a lot of different random endings, and it's so much replayability. It's crazy amounts of replayability. Like literally, even the first 60 seconds, you're going to be replaying that so many times because pretty much it's randomized. So where everyone's standing is randomized. Where all the food, all the extra items you need, all the extra you see like radio, water, harmonica, soup. Like you're just finding all these random items, and you're never going to have all of them. And that's what kind of makes it like, you know what I mean? You have to choose. Do I want this or do I want that? And you have to make sacrifices. And I think it's just so good. Really good game. Check it out. And yeah, that's going to do it for my under $5 top 10. If you want to check out my top 10 for $1 and also my top 10 for under $10, I'm going to link both down below in the description, okay? And that will do it for me. See you guys in the next one.